Alright, this is Ubaid on behalf of V Electronics, and in this video we'll be looking at the area of a triangle. Okay, so when it comes to the area of a triangle, the area of a triangle has many applications such as land surveying, okay, geometry, construction, engineering, so on and so forth. Okay, now to figure out this area, what you will need is the base and the height of that triangle. So let's say this is the triangle that you're looking at over here. Okay. So you will need the height between 2 points. Okay. So let's say point A, this is B, and this is C. Okay, and let's say this point over here, this is D. Okay, so you will need the height between point A and D. All right, and you will need to know the base. Okay, your base will be the line between B and C. Okay, so the area of a triangle, this is 1/2 B into H. Okay, base into height. Okay, so we know that this is 1/2 B. Let's say your base is 30 feet. Okay. Okay. And your height, let's say this is another 20 feet. All right. So to solve this equation, okay, you multiply and you divide. So 30 times 20, okay, divide by 2, or you can follow BEDMAS. Okay, start with division. Okay, so 30 divided by 20, for example, okay, times 20. Okay, so let's say this is 30 divided by 20, which is 15. 15 times 20. Okay, and 15 times 20, this will be 300. All right, so the area will be 300 feet square. Now, when we talk about area, we're talking about the inside portion of the triangle. Okay, so if you have a shape, the inside portion is your area. The outside portion, okay, will be your perimeter. Okay, same with a circle. Okay, if you have a circle, the inside portion will be your area for a 2D shape. The outside portion over here, this will be a perimeter. Okay, so to figure out the area, let's say you want to lay some tiles in your kitchen and you have this portion that looks like a triangle. Okay, to figure out the area of the triangle and to work out how many tiles you might need as well as the shape of the tiles, okay, you will need to know the area. Okay, now to figure out the area, you will need to know the base of that triangle and the height. So if this is an acute angle triangle, for example, okay, which is basically less than 90 degrees, suppose this is your quadrant, okay, and this is 0 degrees over here, okay, this is 0 over here, this is 90, this is 180, okay, which means that your acute angle triangle will be anywhere between 0 and 90. So let's say this is 45. So this is 45 degrees. Okay, now to figure out the area, okay, of this acute angle triangle, you will need to multiply base times height. So we know that the base, okay, was 30 feet and the height was 20 feet. We got 300 feet square. Okay, so let's take another example. Okay, so let's say, for example, this is a right angle triangle. Okay, for a right angle triangle, one of the angles is 90 degrees. Okay, let's say this is your quadrant over here. Okay, and one of the angles over here, this is 90 degrees. Okay, this is 0, for example, this is 180. Okay, and let's say this is 270. Okay, so if one of the angles is 90 degrees, we know that this will be our height. Okay, this is, let's say, point A, point B, and point C. So between point A and B, the line that merges point A with point B will be our height. The line that merges point B with point C will be our base. Okay, so let's say this height is 10 feet and this is 20 feet. So we know that the area will be, okay, 1/2 base into height. Okay, which means that your area will be 1/2 base. Let's say this is 20 feet into height, which is 10 feet. Okay, so this will be 20 times 10, which is 200. 200 divided by 2. Okay, so this will be, okay, 100 feet square. Okay, this will be 100 feet square. So this is basically how you figure out the area of a triangle. And again, this area has many applications. Okay, it could be a construction, renovation, okay, engineering, okay, so on and so forth. Okay, so apart from that, this is Ubaid on behalf of V Electronics. Have yourself a great day.